Hello YouTube, message in the bottle here, and forgive the background noise. There was a mess at my place and I had to put up a little fan just to clear out the mess. But luckily things are getting better here, so things are getting back to normal. I just need a little quick cleaning at my place and everything should be nice and good. But anyway, back to today's topic. I wanted to do like a continuation video about what I said last time, but because this thing happened, and yes, it relates to the picture that I'm using for this video, things are going viral all over the internet, and me, I might as well hop into the bandwagon about this, but at the same time, the subject of this video kinda correlates what I've been trying to say throughout my YouTube channel. And I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but I've been saying this and I'm gonna say it once again. The whole reason why I started my YouTube channel is because, as I stated before, guys, I know I'm not alone with my issues in terms of, having a bad childhood, growing up lonely, feeling disenfranchised, feeling like there's not much I could do, especially me as a man. And funny enough, the more I see stuff like this, especially on the news, the more it convinced me that, yeah, while I'm not in the bottom of the barrel, I'm definitely like part of the larger group that's growing and growing, where people are feeling disenfranchised and frustrated with society that's happening. Now, luckily for me, I'm not 100% losing my marbles over being frustrated with society, but I am struggling and I am trying my best to get my shit together for I could enjoy myself, enjoy life, and develop a good human connection with fellow human beings. Just like any other human being wants to in their life. They want to accumulate wealth, status, have a good family, have good friends, all the things that makes you happy and healthy. But that being said, back to the subject, because I feel like I'm going off the rail here. Me seeing this on the news did not surprise me. The only thing that sort of surprised me is why this has not happened sooner rather than later. What's funny is that during the last presidency, and I think you guys know which presidency I'm talking about, the one with, the controversial president. Not this current president, I'm talking about the controversial president. And by the way, he won again, so he's going to become our next president again. During that era, during that time, a lot of people were quote-unquote protesting and burning down businesses. But what's funny is that it's not hurting the top dogs' money. More than anything, it's hurting the average Joe guys like you and me. And what's even sadder is that because of that, people are just pure ignorance, and people are ironically adding more fuel to the fire. And those protesters, like, they're acting like they're making a change by burning down small businesses, but in reality, they're making it worse for both themselves and for the people who are trying their best to get their shit together and trying their best to rise up in the status. But you got the dumb idiots who think that it's a good idea to burn down your local restaurant that's family owned, and that family now lost everything, all because some idiot think it's a good way to quote unquote go against the system. But no, we got a guy who's kind of smart enough to realize that, yeah, if I'm gonna burn down a hospital or an insurance building, it's not gonna do anything good. Instead, I'm just going out and take out the top dog. Now, keep in mind, despite that I say that, I'm not advocating any murder, I'm not advocating any violence. It's still wrong what he did, but what happened here and what happened to basically the reaction that's happening to this event, it's a huge wake up call to society that, yes, a lot of Americans are frustrated. A lot of people are frustrated how things are being run. A lot of people are frustrated how these CEOs, these millionaires, billionaires, are essentially out of touch of the average Joe, and most importantly, they're, what's the best way I could put it? They don't understand the struggles that the average Joe is going through, and as a result, a lot of people they realize that they're like disposable in their eyes. So I don't know. I don't know what's the best word to say this, but because this is a health insurance, a lot of people health claims got denied, and they realize that they can't do much unless they make more money. And this company, United Healthcare, is known to be one of the most frustrating health insurance to work with. And despite that this man lost his life, his death got very controversial reaction, and it seems like society at large, they were, best way I could put it, happy that bad things are happening to this millionaire. It's still tragic, and again, I'm not advocating his murder. It's still tragic, but this is essentially a wake-up call to the millionaires and billionaires that, you know, people, the average Joe, we're essentially waking up to the matrix, and we're waking up realizing that it's it's not gonna matter how much buildings we burn down. It's not gonna matter how much shit get looted, how much, you know, stuff get destroyed. It's only gonna matter when the top dogs, the people at the very top of society that are controlling everything, are getting affected directly. And this incident got one of them affected directly, and now he's not gonna enjoy his millions of dollars and, you know, his vast fortune, his fancy yacht, all because he got put down 6 feet under. And what's kind of ironic here is that despite the police department trying their best to find this guy, it seems like throughout the internet, people are not gonna support the cops this time. More than anything, people are praising this assassin. Now, again, I'm not advocating for any violence, any murder, but what I'm pointing out, and this is what I've been pointing out throughout my YouTube channel, is that these things are happening because of the mess that we were in the first place. In my last video, I was talking about how, you know, it's funny that you see this throughout the internet, but it's even funnier when you see it in person. In my last video, I was talking about a girl that just outright banned me, and she banned me because I was just giving her life advice, and I respect her boundaries. I don't go out my way to harass her. But see, stuff like that where people are sensitive will get you banned for no reason. Now, this has nothing to relate to the current video that I'm trying to say here, but I'm just pointing out, guys, that the issues that we're seeing in society eventually is going to blow up into our faces, and people are just going to wake up. So, for example, this CEO who is in charge of this, you know, healthcare insurance company that has a bad reputation of, you know, not supporting their payers, eventually it blew up in his face, and now he lost his life. And a lot of CEOs now, they're terrified of what could potentially happen. Like, they're terrified that there could be copycats, there could be more people try to quote unquote destroy the system. And again, all this could be prevented if they just did the right thing, if they weren't both out of touch with their fellow Americans, their fellow countrymen, if they're not out of touch of the average Joe. all this could be prevented, but still, like, it's kind of sad that this happened, and I feel like it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm gonna be making more videos talking about this particular subject, but, well, not this subject in general, but what I've been talking about throughout my YouTube channel. Like, throughout my YouTube channel, I've been talking about relationships and dating, how is it getting worse. And it's kind of funny when you, as an individual, you think you're alone in this issue, but you're not. There's thousands, if not millions, of people that are essentially facing the same issue that you guys are facing. This is me included. So yeah, it's kind of sad that this is actually happening. Again, I'm not advocating violence. I have to repeat that. I'm not advocating violence or murder, but at the same time, I'm not saying that, you know, what happened here is right or wrong. All I am just trying to do in this video is pointing out that this thing happened for a reason, and sadly, it could have been prevented if people just did the right thing. In case of you guys didn't know something what I personally believe, I am a strong believer in karma. And if you do good things in this world, good things will happen to you. And vice versa. If you do bad things in this world, bad things will happen to you. So yeah, always try to get good karma, guys. Even if it feels like the world is against you, having, you know, do the right thing, it'll still come back to you, and you'll have like good stuff or good ending. But anyway, guys, this video has been very long, and I had to edit some parts here and there. But thank you guys for listening. Have a good rest of the week. Until then, see you later. Goodbye.